Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis, Anne Arundel County, and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Thursday, February 29th, 2024. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief presented by Annapolis Subaru and the SPCA of Anne Arundel County. Wow, February 29th. I think I've only said that twice on this daily news brief. February of 2020, and I guess we all know what happened right after that. And today, well, fingers are crossed. Oh, by the way, I had a great lunch at Chessie's Wharf. Got in there yesterday, no problem. Had a burger, while small, very highly recommended. Anyhow, we do have some news, so let's get into it, shall we? In Anne Arundel County, a pedestrian was seriously injured after being struck by a vehicle on Solomon's Island Road at the Maryland Route 665 intersection. The accident occurred around 10:30 p.m. on February 27th when a 2006 Toyota Scion struck a 61-year-old female pedestrian while they were exiting off of southbound Solomon's Island Road to go east on 665. The pedestrian was wearing dark clothing and the rainy conditions had contributed to the accident. She was transported to a local hospital with life-threatening injuries. While the other driver was unharmed, they did remain at the scene and called 911. Maryland Matters is reporting that a 36-year-old female state employee was found dead in an Annapolis office building stairwell on February 9th. Her death, occurring on February 8th, was ruled a suicide by the medical examiner. She worked in the Department of General Services. Questions do remain about how her body went undiscovered for nearly 20 hours, with her family seeking answers and considering an independent autopsy. The Department of General Services and the Maryland State Police have not provided many details about the incident or its circumstances. Delegate Ben Barnes of the Maryland House is proposing a tax increase on alcohol and cigarettes to address the state's looming budget shortfall, which could reach $3 billion by fiscal 28. Now, the proposal includes a 75-cent increase per pack on cigarettes and a 10% increase on alcohol sales tax, although they like to term it as a, quote, penny per dollar. Thankfully, opposition from retailers and political figures like House Minority Leader Jason Buckle suggests that the proposals will face some significant hurdles. The Washington Commanders Stadium, known as FedEx Field, will be renamed following FedEx's decision to end their sponsorship. The stadium will temporarily be called Commanders Field while a new naming rights partner is sought. FedEx's move aligns with their strategy to focus on broader NFL sponsorship opportunities. The Commanders do plan to usher in a new era of football and live events at the stadium, with the team also exploring options for a new stadium. The stadium name change is among several transformations for the Commanders, including a new head coach and high draft pick for the upcoming NFL season. The Eye on Annapolis Stadium has a nice ring to it. Wonder how much they want. I got a spare few bucks. Let's see. I hope you caught that bonus pod that we dropped with Jim McCarty, the founder and legendary drummer for the Yardbirds, yesterday. He called me from his home in France, and the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame band, the Yardbirds, are going to be at Ram's Head on stage on March 16th, so you do want to give that a listen. And it's always fun to chat with some of these greats. Zachary's Jewelers in Annapolis is hosting its 13th annual Mother's Day Jewelry Design Contest for all 5th graders in the county. Participants, any 5th grader, are invited to submit jewelry designs on a piece of paper, sketch it out, accompanied by a short story celebrating their mom or their caregiver. 3 winners are going to be selected, and they're going to have their designs actually turned into real jewelry pieces presented at a special brunch reception on May 5th. Entries are due by March 31st, and you can get all the info at zacharysjeweler.com. Hey, some podcast stuff. Up this weekend on the Local Business Spotlight, we've got part 2 of our social services one, and we're talking with a pair of foster parents who are downright amazing. And we do have another bonus pod dropping a little bit later on this morning with another Rock and Roll Hall of Famer, Rod Argent of the Zombies, and that loud and proud 70s anthem band, Argent. The Zombies are coming to Annapolis on March 26th. And in closing, one of the best ways to keep up on the local news is the Daily News Recap email. It goes out at 7 p.m. every night, 366 days a year this year. It's free, paywall free, and here is a link right here in the show notes to sign up. And please do me a favor, make sure all your friends, family, and colleagues all know about it as well. And that is a wrap. As always, thank you for being you, and a thank you to the sponsors for the Daily News Brief: Annapolis Subaru, the SPCA of Anne Arundel County, Solar Energy Services, and Hospice of the Chesapeake. All right, so now you just need to sit back because we have George from DCMDVA Weather with the only locally forecasted weather report you will find. And because it is Thursday, Trevor from Annapolis Makerspace is here with your Annapolis Makerspace Maker Minutes. All that's coming your way in just a minute, so hang tight.
Have you ever had to wait to get an appointment at the Apple Store? Skip the wait and the line at the mall by visiting Mac Medics in Severna Park or Lanham, where appointments are not necessary. Mac Medics is an Apple-authorized service provider. Mac Medics services all Apple devices, including broken iPhone screens and batteries, and all without an appointment. Most iPhone repairs are complete the same day and usually within a few hours. Mac Medics is also an Apple-authorized reseller and sell Apple products at the same price as the Apple Store. Visit Mac Medics in Severna Park or Lanham for Apple-authorized sales and service and shop local. Don't wait for help. Call Mac Medics at 410-757-MAX, which is 410-757-6227. It's 410-757-6227. Or visit them online at macmedics.com. When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be, so you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. DCMDVA Weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of DCMDVA Weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Hey everyone, this is George with DCMDVA Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Thursday, February 29th. Happy Leap Day on this last day of February 2024, which is also the last day of meteorological winter, and what a wet winter it has been for the Annapolis region, with even more rain coming yesterday ahead of a fairly potent cold front and those strong gusty winds last night. While it'll cool down today and tomorrow, temperatures will be right back into the upper 50s and lower 60s from Saturday through much of next week, along with a couple of additional chances for rain. Look for mostly sunny skies today with temps in the mid to upper 40s, along with continuing breezy winds to be followed by mixed skies and highs near 50 degrees Friday, with a chance for some overnight showers lasting into much of Saturday morning, with temps on Saturday around 55 to 60 degrees, 4 p.m. highs ahead of sunshine, and low to mid-60s Sunday to close out the weekend, with more rain possible as we get into Monday and Tuesday of next week. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DCMDVA Weather. Make it a great day out there today. Stay healthy and be safe. And be sure to follow DCMDVA Weather on Facebook and X for updates throughout each day, along with the website at dcmdvaweather.info, so you can always stay weather informed.
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services. Is all this talk of inflation making you uneasy? Me too, especially the uncertainty. How bad will it eat into my future purchasing power? Well, don't feel helpless, because solar energy can give you some financial control. By installing and owning your solar system, you can lock out electricity cost inflation by locking in your electricity price for more than 25 years. Many of our inflation-fighting clean energy systems offset 100% of the annual electricity demands. Customers frequently add electric vehicle charging and backup batteries to their solar projects, providing them inexpensive auto fuel and additional energy security for the home. Freeze energy inflation in its tracks by committing to affordable, clean solar energy. Call us today at 410-923-6090 or visit us at solarsaves.net. But don't wait another minute. Sunshine's a wasted.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
Every week, makers, crafters, and educators hold events all over the area. Highlighting some of those, here's our Maker Minutes, brought to you by Annapolis Makerspace.
Hey, this is Trevor from Annapolis Makerspace with this week's Maker Minutes. At Knits and Pieces off of Bestgate Road, on Monday, they have their introduction to sweater knitting. Then on Wednesday, check out Socks 101. And registration is open for their Unraveling Ravelry class, their Learn to Knit March and April sessions, intermediate sweater knitting, and a Magic Loop Skills class coming up in March and April at Whole Foods in Annapolis, Today, their Half Pint Kids Club is doing pancake tacos, with one session at 11 a.m. and another at 1 p.m., and no Half Pint Kids Club on Tuesday this week. At Local by Design, tonight, they're having a paddle painting workshop, and on Saturday, they have paint your own piece of furniture. At Art Farm in Annapolis, Sunday, there's a mosaic workshop for teens and adults, and their winter semester continues with a few kids' art school sessions, one today for ages 9 through 11, one on Saturday for ages 6 through 8, one on Monday also for ages 6 through 8, and another one on Monday for ages 4 through 5, and also part of their kids' winter semester. Today, there's Introvert Art School for ages 10 through 13. Monday, there's Beat Making with Machine for ages 10 through 15, starting a new session. Then on Tuesday, we have both the Pencil, Charcoal, Ink, and Watercolor class for ages 10 through 13, as well as the Encaustic Club with Mr. Scott for ages 10 through 13. At the Anne Arundel County Public Library System this week, today, Broadneck has a Tinker Lab, Odenton has a Paint Night, leaping into spring, Eastport Annapolis Neck has a Tween Art Night. On Saturday, Edgewater has a Master Gardener information session, and Bush Annapolis is doing dice painting. On Monday, Glen Burnie has a STEAM club. On Tuesday, the Glen Burnie Library has Little Artist Process Art, Eastport Annapolis Neck has Homeschool STEM with Comets and Asteroids, and Severna Park has Stitchin' in the Stacks. And finally on Wednesday, Edgewater has Skeins and Stitches. And also on Wednesday, it looks like all 16 Anne Arundel County Public Library branches have Art in Our Schools community receptions. At Unallocated Space in Severn, tonight they have a virtual happy hour. Tomorrow they have a DEF CON 443 cybersecurity meetup. Saturday is another one of their big epic LAN parties, playing multiplayer games until midnight. Sunday they have a Lego day. Monday is their weekly project night. And Wednesday is their weekly open house. If you have any questions about the Annapolis Makerspace, the Maker Minutes, or any of these events, feel free to contact me at trevor@makeannapolis.org. And you can find links to all of these events at the Annapolis Makerspace website, also at makeannapolis.org. And whether you're making art, software, sawdust, or just a mess, chances are you're already a maker. This has been Trevor from Annapolis Makerspace with this week's Maker Minutes.
Coping with advanced illness can be overwhelming, and determining the best options for a loved one isn't always so easy. But here at Hospice of the Chesapeake, your hometown hospice, we want you to know you do have a choice. You can choose exactly who provides the care and the type of care you receive, and it's your decision when and where your loved one receives that care. We have served our community, family, and friends for over 40 years. We are there when you need us. Learn how we can help at hospicechesapeake.org.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.